As much as I'd like to explore that area that I haven't been into, there's no guarantee that I can even reach it from this floor. There could be a teleporter that I need to go through on a lower level, or a pit that I needed to fall into that room from a higher level. I just don't know how to get into there, and if I spend all of my days searching for a way in, I'll never actually find the orb that the sorceress wanted me to seek. So I think there might be an enemy rummaging around in the corridor to the south. I'll just take care of that quickly. I don't want an enemy to ambush me while I'm preparing to go to the floor below, especially with all the dangers in the floor below that I haven't yet uncovered. Going to a new floor always fills me with a sense of dread, a worry that I'm going to be in even more danger than I was before. And I do think I'm not wrong. I always am in danger in every floor that I go down to. What should I prepare? What to prepare? I can never be prepared enough. Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Dungeon Hack, and when last we left off, we're getting ready to go to the next floor, because I cannot figure out how to get into that area that I haven't got access to. It doesn't appear to be a teleporter, it doesn't appear to be anything really that I've uncovered. So, we're going to move down to the next floor. And moving down to the next floor has its own problems, mainly that I have no idea what enemies I'm going to encounter, so I'm going to prepare for every eventuality, and then focus my spellcasting based on the things that I need to avoid. We've got prayer and negative plane protection there. We want free action ready now, and water breathing, because we don't know if the next floor is underwater or not, and we don't want to walk into a level and suddenly find out that we're underwater. We also want that prepared just in case it's an anti-magic level. We have a spiritual hammer already. Resist fire won't hurt, just in case there are any dragons or something that breathes fire. True seeing is also nice, and you know what? Let's also have detect pits. You never know, there might be a pit there that I can fall into. And I accidentally pressed the map. I don't want to press the map there. I want to equip that and not a wand, and then move down to the next floor. Hopefully, this next floor is not going to be deadly. We're going down. Fingers crossed, eh? Is there going to be an enemy directly ahead of us? The answer is, there's one there, and I've no idea what that is. But it hits for 12. What was that? I've never seen an enemy like that before. I thought it was a gelatinous cube, but clearly not. What is that thing? What kind of creatures am I coming across? The answer is that that's a slithermorph, and I have never ever encountered a creature like a slithermorph in all of my years of playing D&D. Here is an amethyst, that is a key. We're going to be holding on to that. Is there anything else down here we need to worry about, apart from another key? What things can we get rid of? We can get rid of... let's see, we'll get rid of this Morning Star and this mace for now. We don't need either of them. There is another enemy beyond there, and I'm worried as to what enemy that is. This is another one of these. Right, back up really quickly. That's 19 points of damage. We need to be far more careful than we're being if enemies can hit us for 19. That is a very hefty hit. That is worrying. Alright, Cure Serious. That was only 10. That is nowhere near enough if the enemies on this floor can hit that hard. Fortunately, that enemy doesn't inflict poison or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about a status effect. We do have to worry about the fact that it can hit for over 20 points of damage, and it moves relatively quickly. Any other... ah, hello! It looks like an enemy that is just a warrior. We're going to have to find out what this enemy is called in the... aha! That is a suit of magical chainmail. We're going to equip it. We're going to see that our armor class is now 3. That is a suit of chainmail plus 2, and I'm very happy to have finally got a piece of magical armor. And that enemy that's a sword wraith. I've never fought a sword wraith either. having negative plane protection prepared may be a really good thing, because that sounds dangerous. A sword wraith and slithermorphs. Also, we found a key right next to the door that the key unlocks. That's handy, but I'd much rather that they just not have the door unlocked in that case. Here is a fire key. I think that's the sound for the slithermorph, and we're going to have to be very careful on this level. Very careful indeed. We're going to have to look for enemies everywhere. We have true seeing, so we can see any hidden walls that we could walk through. That door can be opened normally. This door requires a key. We have that key. And this door had nothing behind it. I could have checked that without using the key, I'm sure. Anything over here? The answer is... aha! One of you! We're going to hit you with that, and then we're going to see how quickly you can get to us. And the answer is, relatively quickly. We're going to back up now, and you move quite fast. Very fast, but fortunately we were able to defeat you. By the way, we're at 298,512 experience. And we are only level 9. We have a lot more levels yet to gain. Might as well open this. We want multiple ways to get out of here, just in case something terrible happens. And the chance that terrible things won't happen on this floor is low. We haven't found any pits, however, so I'm going to take small comfort in that. And here is a chrome key. We could always do with more keys. We could always do with using our keys too, and not throwing them at the wall in frustration. I know this dungeon is tricky, Celadran, but don't throw your keys away. Anything over here? The answer is no. Nothing this way. Nothing this way at all. So we're going to have a quick look and head down. Down has nothing. Very quickly, head back up. And up has what looks like a slithermorph. I have no idea what a slithermorph is. Playing games from AD&D is fantastic for learning about enemies that you've never seen before. We have a key for this. We do. Did I want to open that? I don't know. Well, there is a sword wraith here, and we grow weaker. I know what that means, and that is not what you think. We haven't lost experience. All we've done is lost a bit of strength. That doesn't matter, however, because we're wearing these gauntlets, which mean that our strength is always at 19. If we were to remove those gauntlets, our strength would be a lot lower, but we're not going to, so we're absolutely fine. We're going to rest, I think. Resting is a good idea because we really don't have that much healing. And if we get ambushed by any of these foes, I really, really don't want to have no healing. So we're going to cast some spells. Let's see, we want True Seeing ready, we want Prayer ready, we don't want Negative Plane Protection ready, because that's really not going to help us that much. We might as well have Aid ready as well. And then Spiritual Hammer, because why not? And out of curiosity, no, Restoration does not restore the lost strength. It really should, in 3.5 it does, but it doesn't here. We can't get past that, and we know there's a slithermorph down there, but we can't yet get to that slithermorph. And here is a protection from magic scroll. We're going to want to hold on to that. That's going to be very useful at some point. There is an enemy there, and no way for us to get there just yet. All of a sudden, I feel so hungry. It would seem like that there is a hunger-draining thing nearby. What sort of creature is this? I can only hope that if I need to confront it, I will find the power to defeat it. Also, our hunger is going down really quickly, and I mean really quickly. That's strange. I don't feel so incredibly famished anymore. That is because... uh-oh. Okay, this is bad. These enemies can occupy the same square. We don't want them to occupy the same square at all, but they're going to anyway. So we're going to run away quite a lot, because they hurt, as you could see, and they could chain their attacks. And we are surrounded. We are most certainly surrounded. Time to use this. I don't know what it does. I was hoping that that is what it would do. I've been holding on to that for this exact moment. There are some amulets that you can get very early on in the game. You typically get them. And they are amulets of imminent return. What amulets of imminent return do is if you're in a really bad situation, you can cast an amulet of imminent return and it will bring you to the exit, or the way down, on the previous floor. So it just gets you out of a bad situation, like it did just then. The game seems to like giving you amulets of imminent return as soon as you start the game. Like, very early on you're handed one. And the fact that I was given a second one was my hint that that was what it was. And I'm very glad that that was what it was, because if that wasn't what that was, we'd have been dead. Imagine if that had been... Well, actually, if that had been a necklace of fireballs, we'd have been in a good situation either way. So we've learned something. That we've learned that that is an amulet of imminent return, and I've also learned that I've got to be very careful on this next floor. Far more careful than I've been. I moved forward way too quickly, didn't check if there was an enemy behind us, and I almost died. Very nearly died. I'm going to keep that there. That is a very useful amulet. Actually, keeping it here might be an even better idea, but that would involve me... oh, and an enemy is right here. That's okay, I can take care of one enemy. It's only one. Eventually, this spiritual hammer will defeat it. I actually want to drop this there, so that I can put the amulet there. That's actually a little better. Maybe this amulet does something different. It doesn't improve any of my stats, but it may do something different. We can keep that there and then just switch it out. So, let's have a look at this situation. Now that I'm not dead, there were 3 enemies there. That is a you're about to die situation right there. Fortunately, we were able to avoid dying. Is that a silver? Yeah, it's a silver coin. We don't need a silver coin. What we need to do is we need to defeat those enemies and not go into there. We might as well continue to head this way for now. I was remarkably calm when that situation happened. Far calmer than I thought I would have been. Probably because if I was going to die there, I was going to die anyway. I am so fortunate that that did what I thought it would do. It was only a hunch, but it was a good hunch. I must be very cautious, though. Those warriors are exceptionally dangerous. Far more dangerous than even that ghostly warrior that I fought before, and there they are. The good thing about resting is that enemies do not recuperate their health between you resting and going to other floors. So you could always deal a tiny bit of damage, and then move forward, and then deal a tiny bit more damage, and then move forward. As long as you don't die, and you have the ability to keep fighting, you can eventually wear down any foe in the game. We want to very quickly move past the area where we get really hungry. I believe it was here? Yes, it was here. We want to move past this very quickly. And there we go. We are no longer hungry. We need to be careful, though, and there are no secret passages down there. I just heard an enemy that I haven't heard yet on this level. I don't like that fact at all. Let's have a look at this. This tapestry appears to be dedicated to the element of water. And this is a door that... Can I open this door? I can, but do I want to? With that thing there, I'm not sure I do. If I wait until it's moved, maybe I'll be in a better situation. Or I could just back up really quickly as soon as I open that door. Seems like a good plan. Unfortunately, I need to back up a little bit more. And this enemy is gone, and the enemy dropped a wand of distance. And because I've seen what a wand of distance is, I know what it is. Because the wands of distance all look the same. which is handy. Hello, Slitherwolf number 2! I'm just going to take care of you, and surprisingly enough, you are the foe that I am less worried about in this level. I'm actually much more worried about the ghost warriors. Not the ghost warriors, the sword wraiths. I'm getting them all mixed up. Are there enemies behind me already? There's an enemy behind me already. That's really worrying. What is this? This is, Brigadine. Now, is Brigadine better than what I'm currently using? The answer is no, by a long, long stretch. So we're just going to leave that there. You know, you could have been a suit of full plate +2, but you're a suit of Brigadine. I'll take what I can get, I suppose. Down here, there's a way over to the east, and this is a very, very long corridor. I imagine this is going to lead into a more central area, so we're going to want to explore that first. There's a door there, which makes me even more inclined to explore here first. And I hope that down here doesn't have 70... Ooh, that is an illusionary wall. And that is an enemy that I have not seen before. I think I might have found the dangerous enemy for this level. That is a really dangerous looking enemy, and I don't know what it is. I don't know, and I'm going to move far away from it because I don't know what it is. It doesn't have any ranged attacks that I can see, and I'm just going to check. There are no enemies behind me. Okay, there's an enemy a little bit behind me. That's not good. And this enemy hits for about 10. That's okay, I suppose. Aha! We have defeated it. What was that enemy? That enemy was an ogre slug. I'm just seeing more and more peculiar enemies as we move on. This is a cloak, it's not magical. There's an apple here, also not magical. And a potion. The potion will, of course, be magical. The potion is not magical. That is a curious observation, that the potion is a non-magical thing. I wonder if the potion has some sort of... Also, I really need to rest. What if the potion does something like make a weapon silvered or something? That would be really useful. It would be useful. Right, we need to get ready for the fights ahead, starting with the spiritual hammer, because if there's anything that will happen, it's that an enemy will just suddenly appear behind me while I can't see the map. So we found the difficult enemy of this floor already, and I'm really concerned about the fact that the difficult enemy for the floor was in fact far easier than the standard enemies on this floor. Alright, here is another warrior. That's fine. We'll just throw this, and it will hit you, I think. Even if, aha! You are dead, and you dropped a sling. Is it a magical sling? Does it need rocks? I think it needs rocks. And that would be what you need the rocks for, if you decided to use a sling. By the way, if you decided to use a sling, you'd have had no ammunition for a lot of floors. Or rather, you'd have had no weapon for quite a lot of floors. I've just backed away here to get away from you, and you are gone. I don't like the fact that you can't see through invisible walls when you have true seeing. It's just an oversight that makes going through them that much more deadly. Also, down here is quite a lot of stuff, but I know full well that there's going to be nothing down that way, so we're going to explore this way first. Ah, we feel famished again, and there is a foe. We're going to go this way, so that we can easily run away if we need to, and we're going to need to run away. And I tried to punch that Slithermorph there. I think it might have even hit. Anything down here? Well, the stairs down are here. We have found the way down to the next level. That is, hello! We've also found you. I'm going to call you Sword Wraith Jim. And Sword Wraith Jim tried his best to defeat Celadran, but unfortunately, Sword Wraith Jim, being called a Sword Wraith, only used swords in combat, and so died when he met somebody that could actually use any ranged weapons whatsoever. Poor, poor Sword Wraith Jim. So we've explored pretty much all the way down here. There is up here, though, and I imagine up here has something of interest. Maybe some enemies that I haven't fought? Most likely some enemies that I haven't fought, or a way forward that I'm a little wary to go down. Okay, there's that way there, there's a door there. We're going to go down here first. We want to make sure that there are no enemies that... Aha! A vermilion potion. It's a magical potion. And I want to drop this silver coin for it. I still don't know what this potion does, but hey, it's a potion. And I feel that this is going to go this way, and it might lead all the way down to there, and this will lead over to there, and eventually we'll find a way to explore this whole floor. But that will be for next time, as when we come back, we need to find a switch to open this. There doesn't appear to be a switch to open this from this side. Ah, there's a switch there to open it from that side. So when we come back, folks, we're going to backtrack all the way back to here. We have 3 enemies to defeat along the way. 3 enemies are still experienced, which is nice. And then, with our new magical armour, it's not a full plate, but I'll take what I can get, we will explore the rest of this floor. A very dangerous floor. The 7th floor. 2 more floors and we'll be halfway through this dungeon. And if this is only the near halfway point, I don't want to think about what enemies will be later. They're going to be really deadly, most likely. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. I have no idea what creatures will be at the bottom of this place, but if they're half as dangerous as the ones I'm encountering here, I may not be able to survive. But I have no choice now. I'm so far in, I could go back, but I've gone too far. Gone too far and risked too much. But those are the words of somebody who'll lose their life doing foolish things. I must press on. I must find the orb, and no blob lizard monsters or ogres that look like slugs or spectral warriors will stop me. I will succeed. I have to succeed. Later.